Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Love you. God bless. And I want to make this video because I've dealt with this a lot in my life, and I see it sometimes in others. And um, I suppose mental illness is the main thing, in that there's this like ultra fear of things that are sometimes not exactly mentioned in the Bible, but um, I think the aversion to getting mental health treatments and therapist, counselor, whatever you want to call it, is the equivalent of, and I had mentioned this in another video, but the equivalent of, um, having a heart attack or a tumor or whatever, and having a doctor right there who could fix it for you, and you're going, no, I want God to do a miracle, when God sent the miracle is this doctor being sent to you to do this. In the same way, a lot of Christians are so adverse to getting help. I guess I shouldn't say a lot, but I've heard that a lot. Getting help from a psychologist or a counselor or a therapist, whatever you want to call it. When that could be, what God is sending to you. And I think sometimes it's because the person is so mentally ill that they just can't get help themselves, and sometimes they use Christianity as an excuse. Sometimes it's from fear, but that's not healthy either. But sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just from lack of logical reasoning. But I think the Christian community will suffer deeply if they don't recognize how important it is to get psychological help. I think there's like an epidemic of pastors cheating on their spouses. I've heard a lot of. So I'm from Wisconsin. I went to this church called Glenbrook Church, and two of the head pastors, the biggest church in Wisconsin, the head pastor and the head children's pastor cheated on their spouse. Ravi Zacharias was a giant Christian apologist, allegedly cheated on his spouse. And this pastor of the what's that Australian church? Hillsong, I believe, cheated on his wife, and it just seems to go on and on and on. It just never ends, and I think this is due to mental illness, quite frankly, and people not being satisfied, and people not being content in their life. And there's a lot of pressure in the Christian community to be content with what you have, but that doesn't just fix things as much as we would like it to. And as good as of a relationship you have with God, you could have a perfect relationship with God and still be not mentally healthy. And God doesn't want that. He wants you to be mentally healthy. And I think when people are not, when there's this sort of pressure to be content with what you have, because that's what it says in the Bible. If you don't see any other way to fix your sort of internal uneasiness or internal anxiety or internal unfulfillment, you're going to try to find that in the wrong places. This is, I don't know, I don't see anybody really talking about this in the Christian community, so I hope it changes, and I'd like to hear what other people think, yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. I think it's now that we're coming into the world where it's like most of our basic needs are met, people have a lot of free time, and when you have a lot of free time, you have a lot of time to reflect and feel your feelings, as opposed to just keep your mind on work. And when you're in that area, you're going to be filled with your fears or anxieties or your unfulfilled emotions, often untreated pain. And if you don't deal with that, it'll eat you alive, and you will get into deep bad things, sin, and there will be no one to help if you restrict yourself to things that are only mentioned in the Bible. I think that you're going to have problems because, like I said, I'm pretty sure penicillin is not mentioned in the Bible. I'm pretty sure, gastric bypass surgery is not mentioned in the Bible, but we still do those things. In the same way, I don't think, as far as I know, therapists, psychologists, counselors aren't mentioned in the Bible. They may be, but at least I have never heard Christians talk about that. So I don't think they are, at least to a big degree. But somehow Christians push this away. And I get that some people, maybe some counselors or psychologists, gravitate towards some sort of evolutionary viewpoints in their discussions with people and bettering themselves. But you can, there's Christian counselors too. So anyway, I hope this gets better. Praying for everyone. Let me know what you think, and love ya. Have a good one.